We're on Zevachim Perek Tet Mishnah Zayin, seventh and last Mishnah in the ninth chapter of Zevachim. So we've learned that the Mizbeach is Mikadesh et HaRa'uilo. It sanctifies that which is appropriate for it. Meaning, once you bring something on the Mizbeach, there you don't take it off the Mizbeach. Okay, so the Mishnah says, Kishem Mizbeach Mikadesh et HaRa'uilo, just like the Mizbeach sanctifies that which is appropriate for it. Kacha Kevesh Mikadesh. So too, the kevesh, also the ram is also mekadesh. So the ram is part of the mizbeach. Okay, just like the mizbeach and the altar and the ram are mekadesh. They sanctify that which is ra'ulaim. Kacha kelim mekadesh. So the same thing is true of the vessels. If the vessels are mekadesh, I'll make this a little bit smaller. There we go. What does it mean that the vessels are mekadesh? So the Kahati says that if they're mekadesh, Ein lo din pidyon. We're going to learn menacha. You can't redeem them. Once you put them in before you put the stuff in the vessels or before the animal goes on the mizbeach, in some cases there's pidyon. You can redeem them. You can say I'll pay the value of it and then we'll give another korban instead. But once whatever it is in the clear on the mizbeach or on the kevesh, it's mekadesh. It belongs to God and it has to be offered. So what kelim are we talking about? Which vessels? So the Mishnah says. The vessels that were designated for lach, for that which is wet, like blood and water and oil and wine, they're mekadesh the lach. Okay, they have specific kelim with which they would offer the lach, the wet libations. Umidot yavesh, and the measurements that the vessels used for measuring the dry goods, mekachot yavesh, they would sanctify the yavesh. Okay, what are the klei lach? Ke'arot mizrakot ledam. The ka'ara is like the bowl, mizrakot are these rokas, the things they use to pour. Okay? What are yavesh? Isaron of a chasisaron, and isaron, a tenth of an ephah, and a half of an isaron. These are huge measurements, by the way. Okay? So, and they would use it to measure out the korban menachot, the menachot offering, the grain offering. Okay? So therefore, if you put lach, blood, into a yavesh, it's not mekadesh. That's exactly what I said. The wet kelim, the kelim used for wet, don't sanctify the dry. And the dry ones are mekadesh talach. Now, kli kodesh and ikvu. Let's say you have a kli kodesh. One of these vessels had a hole in it, had a nekev, had a hole in it. So is it still considered good or not? If you could do the same malacha, the same work or the same task that you would have done before it had a hole, then it is mekadesh. Then if you use it to put something in it, it sanctifies that item. V'im lav ein mekadshim. And if it's not mekadesh. Now the Bartuna has a whole long thing. He says, listen, that might be true. Okay, that might be true. If it's still usable, but this is the Beit Hamikdash. Kol klei sharei shenikvu o nishberu. Any klei sharei service item in the Beit Hamikdash that that got a hole or broke. And metakni shivim, you don't fix it. Elo osim otam chadashim, you use new. This isn't, like nowadays we do use new everything, but back when they didn't throw anything out, they used everything. They just fixed it. In the Beit Hamikdash, this was something that was unique. They would never fix anything. They would just get a new one. If the knife became blemished, you wouldn't even you wouldn't sharpen it. You would get a new one. That's a huge chiddush. Big day if the kohenim's garments got dirty, you wouldn't even wash them. And this is hard to fathom because they must have gotten dirty all the time. There's blood splurting all over the place. There's animals there. And make new ones. And they would use the belaot, the used clothing, to make ptilot menorah, the wicks for the menorah, and they would make huge wicks for the simchat beit shoeva and sukkot. So you'd use a bunch of that. Why the fi she'en aniyud b'makom ashirut? There is no poverty in a place of wealth, and the Beit Hamikdash was a place of wealth. And the same is true, he says, of the mizbeach. Okay, the mizbeach also couldn't be pagum, and if the mizbeach got pagum, you couldn't use it. You had to fix it right away. Okay, now the Mishnah says, it concludes, V'kulam ein mekadshim ela b'kodesh. That all of these things, all of these vessels, are only mekadesh, are not mekadesh, except for the only mekadesh ela b'kodesh, in the azara and not out of chutz azara. So if you take one of these vessels and you use it outside, it's not mekadesh for the Beit Hamikdash. Stop here. Dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.